guys, Christina with Forever Bored Soapery here. Today I am going to be cutting some soaps that I made yesterday, or I made and co-made with a lady in one of my classes. So the one loaf that we made in class, one of the participants, she started to make it and it just wasn't combining, like the oil was staying separated, and eventually we blended for forever, and it wasn't just sticking together the way that it needs to. It was looking like it was ricing as well, and it just, nothing good was happening. So because we couldn't get it to combine, I just set it aside and we started a new batch for her, and it worked out perfectly. It was great, which I was super happy about. And then we went ahead and made all of our soaps. And then when the class was done, I went back and noticed that it was starting to thicken and harden and set. So I went back at it one more time with a stick blender, and it seemed to really start coming together. Like, it looked pretty decent. I still didn't have a lot of faith in it, but it looks like it might be soap. So I'm going to cut that one today, and then we'll see what it looks like, and I'll have to do a good lie test on it later too, just to make 100% certain that it's good. But so far it looks like it might have come together, but man, she was looking terrible in the class. I just had to have her make a new one. I just wasn't sure it was going to set properly. And then I went ahead and made this guy, who is very gorgeous. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see here, but I've got these little, I don't even know how to pronounce it, axolotls. They're like little salamander dudes on top, and they are glow in the dark, which is fun. So I did that. And then this really awesome pink that came out here is a neon red. I don't know. I didn't use a lot of it, so maybe that's why it's more pinky. It doesn't look like a true red anyways, even as the mica in the container, it doesn't look like a true red, but I like the color, and I did some swirls in it, so hopefully they come out gorgeous. And I added some sparkles to this guy too, which is really making the top kind of stand out, which I like. I think this one is going to be a really good seller. I did only make the one loaf, so we'll see how it goes. But I also did only order 10 of the little axolotl guys. So yeah, we'll see how she sells and go from there. We'll get this guy started cutting. And I love it when I make them and they're perfectly ready to be unmolded the next day. It hasn't even been quite 24 hours. And she's nice and hard, unlike that trend I was having before Christmas of everybody being soft, which is lovely. Okay, now this will be tricky. I did try to line this all up with in my soap mold. I had kind of lined it up. However, I still felt like it might be a little bit off. I think I'm still gonna catch one here. We're gonna try it. Gotta cut somewhere. I think most of them are okay except for this one here. Just gonna try and tilt him out of the way, which is not working. Oh, I'm wrecking the soap. My bad. All right, we're just gonna push and hope he moves. I may have a sticking on problem. I can glue him back on with melt and pour, I guess. What, do I not have anybody lined up? Ugh. They all kind of shifted a little bit. Or my eyesight's terrible. I do believe I will be adding these guys back on with melt and pour. It's still a little bit soft, so maybe I'll get lucky and they'll stick, but just slide them back on and hope for the bestest. Kind of made this cute little indent groove here that they're kind of sticking into, so it might work out just fine. Okay, let's see what they look like. So we got just the end swirl there. It's pretty decent. Smells good. I did a new scent I got from Windy Point. It's called Apricot Rose. I will, and of course, I don't know about you guys, but if I order a little bottle of something, it ends up being one I love and I need so much more every time. But if I order a big bottle of something, it is the worst smell I've ever smelled every time. It's just craziness. But the swirls are really nice on these. I'm very happy with them. I did do the hanger swirl technique on this one. Yeah. I think I am a huge fan of hanger swirls. I just love the way they look. I think one of my wires is out again. What the heck? I'll have to check. Just one of my soaps looks a little bigger than the rest. I love these little guys. They're so cute. And then that guy, also so cute. Yeah, this I'm very happy with. But anyways, the Apricot Rose scent, 100% guys, 100%. I would order that. It's got a really nice sweet smell with a touch of floral to it. It's not overpowering with the rose. I'm not a super fan of the floral scents, but I seem to be finding that as long as the sweeter notes are overpowering the floral a bit, I really am getting on board with them. Like my blackberry and sugared violets, and this one, and there's another one I thought I had on maybe the orange patchouli. I'm not a big fan of patchouli, but the orange patchouli's kind of grown on me. So yeah, it's interesting to see that. And then if she sells as well as I think she will, I'll stock up on some more, and this one might actually end up in my line as a permanent bar. Maybe not so much with the little dudes on top, or more of a everyday bar, but all right, so far so good. And this here is the one that would not go together. So she's definitely formed soap. She even got a little hot on the top there, which is grand. When she was making it, she was going to have a lovely kind of white and neutral soap color swirl to it. It was going to be absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, it all went into the pot as one big oomph, and it didn't even occur to me to add some color to it. But it came out yellow, which I find very interesting. This one's scented with bourbon and apple, which is a pretty common scent in my shop nowadays. I really like that one, and so does everybody else. In fact, we used the last of it on this, so she had to use a different scent for her second batch, which was disappointing. You can see it's going to discolor some more. The edges are darker than the inside, which is fine as well. I'm going to be very curious to see how this bar sells. It looks like it's perfectly fine. I don't see any problems with it at all. But I'm curious to see how it sells, being such a plain bar. No swirls, no colors, no sprinkles, no embeds, nothing. Just a plain bar. I really don't do that. Just my plain goat's milk one, I do that for. And it doesn't sell necessarily because it's a plain looking bar. It sells because there's nothing in it. People like the no additives and no fragrances and such. So that's why that one sells when it sells. Otherwise, nobody really buys it unless they don't like fragrances and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm very happy with this guy, that she came together and somehow made it through. I did promise the lady who was in the class that if it worked out, I would give her a free bar of the soap, and it looks very promising. I'm gonna still do the lye test on it just because I don't think it needs it, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and we'll see how it works out, just because it acted so weird, like very weird. And what's interesting too is I done another class where the same thing happened to a lady, but it was a huge class, and everybody she just kind of poured it in, of course, just assuming hers was as done as everybody else's and not having that experience behind her to know that that wasn't what it was supposed to look like. And so she had poured before I'd had a chance to see, and it is what it is. But once she had poured it, we noticed that it wasn't hardening up like everybody else's, and it was separating. So in her case, again, same thing. We had to do a second loaf for her, and the second loaf was just fine, but something about that loaf. And in both cases, I had used those fragrances before. I don't know what's happening. It's the same recipe that I take to classes. I have no idea what happened there. And that's the same as this one. I've used this fragrance a ton in the same recipe, and it just wouldn't do it. I don't know why. But yeah, it is what it is. It worked out in the end, it looks like. So I'm happy about that. I am going to try and post this video today. It is, I don't know, like the 25th or 6th? 25th maybe. I don't know. I think it's 25th of January. I'm going to try and post this today. I'm going to try posting it straight from my phone to YouTube. I'm having some troubles doing my uploads. I don't know what's going on. I've got a few videos and they're just not uploading, and I'm spending so much time trying to get them to upload that I'm getting behind on other things, which is super frustrating. But it's not working and I don't know why. So I'm going to keep trying to play with it through the program that I'm using now. But until then, I'm going to try and do videos that maybe don't need a cut. Hopefully, they might be longer again, but that I can just upload from my phone if I have to. And then you guys will still get your videos, because I'm getting super frustrated, and I know some of you really enjoy my videos and would love to see more, and I'm just having a heck of a time getting them to you. I'm also having a heck of a time with my sound. I'll probably talk about this in a couple of the other videos if I ever get them uploaded, but my sound hasn't been going super great lately, so I'm gonna try and find a microphone to wear for the videos, so hopefully I can get some better sound, because it's really just not good right now. I'm not enjoying it when I go back to listen to the video, so I do want to do better at that for everybody, and myself for that matter. So yeah, that is everything we got going on here today. I'll bring you one of these little guys to see, just so you can actually see how cute it really is. So cute. The sparkles in the little dude. I don't know what I'm going to call this soap, so if you guys have any suggestions, I'll take them. I have no idea what we're going to call it, but she's gorgeous. Very happy. Maybe like exotic, I still don't know if I'm saying that word right. Dreams, I don't know about exotic dreams, but something like that with the name in it. Yeah, I'll sit here and think about it forever, and I'll come up with something, or you will. So if you have any ideas, send them to me, and I'll see if I can make them fit. Awesome. You guys have a great day, and hopefully you get a new video very, very soon. Bye.